There are times in which we all don't give those off-meta builds, you know, the ones that seem pretty troll or suboptimal at first glance, all of the recognition that they deserve. Even if it seems like something that only a one trick on that champion might play, it can turn out to be pretty darn powerful. Just because people might be a little bit scared to shape the meta and try something new, doesn't always mean it's not very strong. From the perspective of someone who's been playing League for a long time, Malphite is by all means a traditional tank. He has everything that a tank wants: hard CC, a slow, an attack speed slow for more utility. He gains bonus armor so he can specialize against heavy AD teams, and he even has abilities that scale with his tank stats, being that he gets even stronger abilities by building armor. This must of course mean that he should be a very niche counterpick to teams who stack AD, extremely similar to Rammus, and he's going to be unstoppable late game after he reaches over 400 armor, right? Well, this is true. Right now, Malphite is one of the best tanks in the game. He does do this job as well as he's ever done against full AD teams. He does become an armor stacking Goliath, and he is fully capable of playing full tank with Grasp of the Undying or an Arcane Comet rune page in the top lane. But I'm not satisfied with calling Malphite a tank just yet, because I'm more interested in Assassin Malphite. The production of this video has been powered up by Raid Shadow Legends. This is a new role-playing game, and I've been having a lot of fun playing it. If you'd like to, you can add me on Raid under the name Exil, and I'm already level 12, and been playing this for a lot longer than I thought I would. Raid is an RPG, and even though it's mobile, it has all of the features you'd expect. You can actually build a team composition of champions, go through a campaign, as well as play PvP. This is my current setup. I've actually really been enjoying using Kayle, and I've upgraded him to level 9. I spent my silver upgrading Kayle's gear, and he does really good damage now. The biggest reason I've been using him in my team comp is because of his Acid Rain ability, because I love that it's AoE, and it's great for clearing out waves of enemies. The game has been growing very quickly, and one cool thing that you should check out is this roadmap that they've published. There are some huge plans for updates in the game for the next 6 months, a new faction, a tag team arena feature, and even a new clan boss who you can fight along with your clanmates. I like this because there will be an infinite amount of content for us to enjoy while we play. No time to get bored. I myself have really enjoyed playing it so far, and I would never accept a sponsor from something that I didn't fully believe in. Seriously, you'll see me playing this game more and more. It's great to play while eating lunch, or on public transit, or laying in bed at night, and it's not just me though, because Raid has 200,000 reviews and almost a perfect score on the Play Store. So be sure to go to the video description, click on the special links, and you'll get 50,000 silver for free and a free epic champion as a part of the new player program, and start your journey today. On patch 9.14, Malphite received some changes that were intended to update his gameplay, and I agree with this idea. Riot even states themselves that Malphite is one of League's oldest champions, and in desperate need of some kind of gameplay refinement and modernization. There are plenty of old champions in League of Legends that could use some love, and even though it's pretty subjective to your own feeling while playing, I think Malphite was a fairly obvious example of a champion that just felt really bad to play. He was clunky, awkward, outdated, and in a very niche spot in the meta anyway, which is not a good combination of skills to have on a champion. They even talk about his various builds and options in the patch notes of a previous patch. On 8.7, they talked about how some build tanky, some build him AP, and some even build Trinity Force, which actually is true. This little update gave some new life to our good old rock friend, giving him a new W, now with advanced slap technology. He also has some nice new visual effects, especially his passive shield looking much more visually appropriate for a game in 2019. So if you combo that his new W works as a proper auto attack reset, finally, a new visual effects set, some general quality of life updates around the rest of his kit such as better cast animations for Q, the fact that he grows in size with armor now, come on man, that looks sick, look at this guy grow. He actually begins to feel like a real champion. Not necessarily a new release or anything like that, or even a full-fledged rework, but definitely as if he can coexist in the universe with the likes of these super high quality releases such as Jhin. Malphite has definitely made his mark across the world right now, and in higher ELOs is seeing a great amount of play. As far as the builds and the rune pages, for going full AP, your best bet in the jungle role will be going something like this. And in my opinion, this is where you really hit them where it hurts. One thing that's been abused by another one of League's oldest champions this season, which happens to be Karthus, is the ultimate refund page. Domination and precision using ultimate hunter and presence of mind. This page is Earth mode. While it's true that Ravenous Hunter is still taken by Karthus players from time to time, obviously you can't go wrong with Ultimate Hunter either. This type of page is all about getting as many kills and assists as possible for more ults, and more ults equals getting more kills and assists. It's like a snowball effect inside of your own rune page, because the more times you ult, the more likely you are to get kills. The more likely you are to get kills, the more often your ult will come back up because of presence of mind. Let's do a little bit of math. Malphite's R at level 16 has a base cooldown of 80 seconds. With 40% CDR, that scales down to 48 seconds. 25% off of that number because you're taking Ultimate Hunter, and your R comes down to 36 seconds. Now, 36 seconds on your R is already disgustingly low, but when you combine that with Presence of Mind, you get 3.6 seconds off of each kill or assist. So at level 16 with 40% CDR, if you dive in with your R and kill their backline and get a double kill, which is very realistic to assume because you're playing AP Malphite, at level 16, your R will be up in less than 30 seconds. Earth Malphite in ranked. One thing to note is that hitting 40% CDR in the jungle role is a little bit harder than in a lane because the jungle runic echoes only gives 10% CDR, where Luden's gives you the full 20%. So you might be asking why ever play Malphite in the jungle then? Well, a little hidden part of the patch notes that many people may have glossed over is that when the original Malphite changes dropped to the live servers, his W was not working perfectly with Hunter's Talisman. Now, that bug has been cleared up, and boy, his jungle clear is rock solid. Your clear is healthy and fast, and very competitive with meta junglers, but in the top lane, it is possible that you could play against some bad matchups. One matchup that I thought would be absolutely terrible would be something like the Kennen matchup, but just recently I saw Rowhammers take Arcane Comet and build full AP and survive the lane and do well in the rest of the game. The best way that you can survive and even win your lane as AP Malphite is by stacking Doran's rings. I think that you should buy at least 2 Doran's rings every game and situationally go for 3. They don't have the best resell value, nowhere close to where they used to be, but the best part is you can easily spam your Q for harass and get people low enough to finish them off at level 6. For jungling, take Dark Harvest if you're a Gigasmurf Madman Chad and stack up to one-shot people, or if you're high elo or Korean, take Predator. If you're somewhere in the middle between outsider and mainstream, or maybe you're just NA, go for Electrocute. The beauty of Malphite lies in the simplicity, because AP Malphite doesn't violate the #1 rule of League of Legends. Why play something hard when you can play something simple? Think about it like this. Malphite R at level 6 has 200 base damage and a 100% AP ratio. At the press of a button, you fly in at a speed that, unless you're 25 ping, is very hard to dodge or flash, do extremely high damage, knock them up, and easily execute the rest of your point and click combo. A relatively easy skill shot to land, always allowing you to follow up with more point and click damage. Sure, you could be a Lucian Smurf, a Zed Smurf, an Akali Master. You could show everyone that you're faker. You could practice day in and day out. Your first 10 Akali games you feed out of your mind. You barely know what you're doing. You have a 30% win rate in ranked and you just can't get the hang of it. After hours of grinding, practice, technical skill, and mastery, you slowly begin to emerge from the trenches of hell that is a learning curve. You rise up against the rest of North America. You soar beyond the hopes and dreams of what you ever thought were to be possible. Mechanical prowess, unrivaled reaction speed, skill shots with homing missile accuracy. Or Anyway, that's gonna be it. If you ever need that free low, if you ever need a friend to help you when you're down, to help you win those promos, to help you finally, after thousands of games of trying and you need to get out of bronze, there will always be a rock waiting around the corner. Malphite is League of Legends' secret ELO machine, designed to help you 1v9 with a click of a button.